Sometimes it's something waiting behind the darkness, something that can see you even when you can't see it. And on a silent mountain in Afghanistan, an abandoned U.S. military outpost detected a sunrise at 2:13 a.m. That's where everything started. FOB Merriman, 1:58 a.m. Cold desert wind. Almost nothing on the comms. Then. Beep, incoming radio signal. Channel, Harlow Outpost, decommissioned. A calm male voice spoke. Harlow Outpost reporting sunrise. East Ridge all clear. Staff Sergeant Knox froze. Harlow is dead, he whispered. No one's been there since the disappearances. Everyone knew the story. Harlow Outpost was abandoned after the entire unit vanished in 2018. No bodies. No tracks. No signs of retreat or attack. Just empty bunks and a still warm pot of coffee. But now, the outpost was reporting sunrise. In the middle of the night. Command immediately pulled an elite recon team. Sergeant Cole Riker, leader. Sniper Maya Harlow, ironically sharing the same last name as the outpost. Tech specialist Danny Crow. Medic Jason Reid. Their mission was simple. Verify the signal. Secure the outpost. Identify the source. But nothing was simple at Harlow. The hike took hours. Black mountain silhouettes cut the sky. Cold wind sliced through their gear. At exactly 2:13 a.m., Danny's tablet beeped. Same signal, he whispered, it's broadcasting again. Sunrise detected, East Ridge. Sunrise lux, 89%. Riker frowned. Lux? That's a light measurement. But it's pitch black. Danny shook his head. The equipment says the ridge is bright as day. Maya lifted her sniper scope. Nothing. Total darkness. But then she flipped on her NV goggles. And gasped. She saw 5 silhouettes standing perfectly still on the ridge. Close together. Facing east. Like they were waiting for something. But only through night vision. Without NV, the ridge was empty. They reached the gate at 3:01 a.m. And stopped. Because the outpost had power. Lights flickered inside the watchtower. The generator hummed. The main cabin door was slightly open, warm light spilling out. This place has been dead for 5 years, Reid whispered. Who turned everything on? Riker nodded to Maya. Check the dust. She crouched near the door. Only one set of footprints. Fresh. Leading inside. One person, she murmured. Someone's living here. Danny shook his head hard. No, those prints aren't deep enough. Something's off. Riker pushed the door open. It looked like a normal outpost. Too normal. Coffee machine blinking. A mug half full on the table. Cigarette smoke still lingering. A chair pushed back like someone just stood up. Radio active. Monitor screens glowing. Reid touched the coffee mug. Warm. Fresh. Like it was poured minutes ago. Danny checked the security laptop. His face drained. Guys, the sunrise alert triggered 14 times tonight. But no sunrise? Maya said. Danny gulped. The system detected light, but not from the sky. It said the light source was vertical. Like something standing up. Riker whispered. Something rising. The radio crackled again. Same calm voice as before. Sunrise confirmed. All clear. Danny scanned the voice waveform. Yara, this voice is wrong, he muttered. It has the same frequency pattern as the old recording. But it's shifted. Like it's being replayed from memory. Not transmitted live. Riker asked, you mean artificially generated? Danny shook his head slowly. No, more like, echoed. Maya inhaled sharply. Guys, look. She pointed at the window. Night still covered everything, except the east ridge. On NV goggles. The silhouettes had moved. Now there were 7 of them. All in a line. All standing closer. But only visible with night vision. Reid whispered. They're coming toward us. The outpost felt alive. Not in the normal, noisy, military way. But in the breathing in the dark way. Like something in the walls was listening. Outside, the mountains were frozen silhouettes. Inside, everything hummed with a faint electrical pulse, like a heartbeat. Danny stared at the system panel. Riker, we've got a new problem. What now? Danny turned the monitor toward him. Doors sealed. Manual override disabled. Reid stepped back. Who locked us in? Danny swallowed. No one. The system did it on its own. Riker grabbed the steel door handle and pulled. Locked. Tight. Like something outside wasn't supposed to get in. Or something inside wasn't supposed to get out. Beep, beep, beep. The alarm cut through the room like a knife. Sunrise detected, East Ridge. Lux, 98%. Reid yelled, still night. Still dark. But the outpost lights flickered, just once, then stabilized. The radio clicked open. Same calm male voice. Stay inside. They're almost here. Everyone looked at Danny. He shook his head violently. That's not a recording. That's real-time modulation. Someone, or something, is speaking through the system. Riker motioned to the windows. NV goggles. Now. Maya lifted hers. Then froze. There were 12 now. All standing inches from the outpost. Not attacking. Not waving. Not responding. Just staring straight at the cabin through the night vision lens. Riker whispered, are they soldiers? Maya answered without lowering her scope. No. Real soldiers sway. Breathe. Blink. These things are still. Too still. Reid whispered shakily. Maybe they're reflections. No, Maya muttered. They cast shadows, but not from moonlight. From something else. She zoomed in. Their faces were blurry. Like someone had erased their features with static. The cabin lights flickered again. A deep, low vibration rolled under the floor. Danny's tablet buzzed. Riker. LUX levels are rising. Inside the outpost. Inside. Riker snapped. What's glowing inside here? Reid checked the corners with his flashlight. Nothing. Danny muttered. It's not normal light. It's infrared, thermal, heat signatures. Riker replied. From who? We're all here. The lights cut off. Pitch black. Total silence. Then. Knock. 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 On the window. 3 slow taps. Maya raised her NV goggles. She instantly stepped back. Yara, one of them is right at the glass. Reid aimed his flashlight, but through normal vision, the window was empty. Clear. But in night vision. A faceless soldier stood inches from their faces. Head tilted. Studying them. Then. Its hand slowly lifted. Not to attack. Not to break the glass. Just to copy Reid's breathing rhythm. Like it was learning. Reid stepped back nervously, too far. His heel hit a loose panel on the floor. It shifted. Riker's instincts kicked in. Reid, don't move. But it was too late. The floor panel snapped open. The darkness beneath it pulsed like liquid. Reid dropped straight into the crawlspace. Reid! Riker dove to grab him but caught nothing. Danny and Maya rushed over. Riker aimed his flashlight down. No Reid. Just a dark tunnel. And cold air rising like breath. Then the radio clicked, and Reid's voice, choked, trembling, whispered. They're not outside. They're below us. The radio cut off. The silhouettes outside vanished instantly. All 12 of them at once. Maya screamed, Riker, where did they go? Danny checked the system panel. His voice broke. They're inside the thermal grid. You mean? Danny nodded. They're moving underground. Fast. While searching for Reid, Danny found a hidden side door under the bunks. It wasn't on any blueprint. Riker forced it open. A freezing, narrow staircase led downward. The air smelled old. Metallic. Dead. The deeper they went, the colder it became. Then Maya's flashlight hit something. She froze. Oh my God. Bodies. 7 of them. Sitting upright in a perfect row. Uniforms still intact. Faces half erased as if time had smeared them. Their name tags. Sergeant J. Harlow. Lieutenant Mercer. Private Flynn. Corporal Avery. Dawson. Hale. Bishop. The original unit. Dead for 5 years. But their heads were all tilted toward the ceiling. Toward the outpost above them. Riker whispered. They've been watching us. Danny scanned the temperature. No decomposition. No insect activity. No tissue collapse. They're not preserved. He gulped. They're being held, like the things outside. A low hum moved through the tunnel. Something alive. Something shifting. Maya whispered. Yara. I hear footsteps. But not one set. Dozens. Moving toward them from all directions underground. The footsteps underground grew louder, soft at first, then synchronized, like a marching formation buried beneath the earth. Maya pressed her ear to the wall. They're not walking, she whispered. They're rising. Danny's tablet spiked with impossible data. Riker. LUX is climbing again. Sunrise detected. In the tunnel. Riker raised his rifle. Sunrise isn't the sun, is it? Danny shook his head. No. It's them. Sunrise means they're coming up, like the dead being lifted into daylight. Suddenly Reid's voice cracked through the radio, weak, breathless, buried in static. Riker, it's not night vision, it's the only way we can see them because they're not fully here. They're stuck, half in our world, half in whatever took the Harlow unit. They copy your breath, your walk, your heartbeat, then they replace you. Don't let them touch you. Don't. A wet dragging sound cut his voice short. Then a whisper that wasn't human. Sunrise. The tunnel erupted. Silhouettes burst upward through the dirt like shadows tearing free from the ground. Faceless soldiers in perfect formation, moving without sound, without air, without hesitation. Riker shouted, "Fall back! Fall back!" But one silhouette grabbed Danny's throat. He didn't choke. His voice simply vanished, like sound deleted from the world. His body froze in place, then slowly tilted its head, sinking with the silhouette that held him. Until Danny's own shadow stood next to him. Maya screamed and fired point blank. Bullets passed straight through the silhouettes like smoke. But the silhouettes learned. They began copying her stance, her aim, her breathing. Mirroring her perfectly until one of them raised a rifle-shaped arm made of pure darkness. Riker shoved her aside as a silent blast tore through the tunnel wall. Dust rained. Lights flickered. The outpost above groaned like something massive pressed against its beams. Riker dragged Maya up the stairs. Behind them, the silhouettes marched. Not running, not chasing. Just closing the distance with perfect patience. At the top of the stairs, the main cabin was glowing. A dim red pulse, like the outpost itself was alive, warning them. The radio clicked open one last time. Reid's final whisper. They don't kill you. They overwrite you. A new soldier for their sunrise. The floor split. Something underneath pushed upward, many hands, many shapes, rising. Riker yelled, "Maya, go. Run now." But she didn't move. Her NV goggles slipped from her forehead and hung from the strap, and Riker saw why she froze. Her shadow on the wall was no longer hers. It stood behind her. And it moved first. Maya's last breath never left her throat. Her shadow stepped forward, replacing her body like a new skin sliding into place. Riker was the last one left. He staggered outside into the freezing night. But the east ridge was glowing. Sunrise. Not sunlight. Dozens, no, hundreds, of faceless soldiers rising in unison. Riker looked through his NV goggles one final time. They weren't coming for him. They were spreading out across the valley. Copying patrol routes, copying stances, copying human movement. Preparing to replace every soldier they encountered. The radio crackled behind him with the same calm voice that started everything. Harlow Outpost reporting sunrise. New unit acquired. Expanding. Riker dropped his rifle. As a row of silhouettes stepped behind him. Matching his posture perfectly. Ready to copy him next. The screen fades to black. If this story chilled you, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I drop more dark military and horror stories every single week, so stay tuned, enjoy your weekend, and if you've ever lived through something terrifying, share it in the comments. Your story might be next.